Am I live already, am I? I can only see part of that. It's really off-putting. I have no idea if this is picking up sound or anything. Is there one person? Hello to that one person. I don't even know if that means someone's watching. I'm such a noob at this. But we're here now. Welcome to the most clumsiest, amateurist live stream you're ever going to watch. Ever. Is this picking up anything? It is. I'll mute that because I'm doing this through my phone. So, am I going to do it? Zoom in. Can I zoom in on this? Right, I think that's it. Right, so my first ever live stream. I'm recording this on my phone, so apologies if the quality is not good. I'll try my best. The idea behind this was, that's still too loud, that I was doing some colour swatching for a set of pens that I bought a while ago for my birthday, and there's 120 of them. I've got no experience with what pens are good, bad, whatever. I just literally Amazon pens, decent price, there were loads of them, 120, and I ended up on these. The brand is ARTEZA. 0.4, well, you can read that, 120 of them. That's basically it. They were cheap-ish. There was 120 of them, good reviews. So I thought, right, I'll have them and start drawing. But I've not really used much of them since the time I've had them. And the other day I did a little sort of mini video about this. I colour swatched them. So they're all in here. You can see that. And as I was colour swatching them, I thought, I've probably used maybe 20 to 30 of them at most. So I thought, why not do a drawing with every single colour, so at least I'm getting some use out of all of them. And I just thought it'd be a fun, interesting thing to do. But whilst I was swatching them, there's a few of these that I think are going to be quite hard. So the first one, I don't even know if you can see that. Well, it's in a folder, so I'll take it out of the folder. So I don't even know how well these are going to pick up, because some of them, so the first one, I don't know if you can see that, A175, that's the identification number of the pen. Yeah, I don't even know why you can see that up. There's two that are worse though, these two here, they're like a pinky colour, A187, and the one underneath it, you can barely read that, is what does that say? I want to say 195, but I can't tell. But I'm going to try and do a drawing with them, and we'll see how that goes. But this is the first of 120 live streams that I'm going to do. God knows how long that's going to take. I just thought it'd be a laugh. Am I going to regret it? Who knows? I decided to do this on A4 paper. I'm not sure that was the right choice, but I'm doing it. I should have really tried to figure out how to work this properly before I was doing this. But stuff it, we'll crack on. So the first one is A175. It's called Pale Peach, which is this thing here. So enough waffle, let's get drawing. Oh, where's my smudge marker? Smudge guard thing here. Let's hope this shows up on the paper. I'll try and tilt my phone in a bit more. That's the best I got. Right, I might move that. I'll try and move that, but here we go. I mean, you can see something, but ideally I need a proper camera for this, but I ain't got one, so off my phone is how you're gonna have to watch it. It says there's someone viewing, but I don't know who it is. Not that I need to know, but hello to that one viewer. Hope you're alright. Hope you're having a splendid day. Yeah, I mean, with it being a phone, you can sort of see it. Because I'm watching this on my computer screen as well. And you can see the outline of the drawing that I've made, but you can't really see what colour it is. Like I say, it's pale peach, supposedly. Am I already regretting doing this? Oh, it doesn't matter. I figured for my first live stream I'd probably not get anyone watching. And it's with a pretty pants colour, so I can get a few things wrong until I make better videos. I'm just looking at how much space I've got to fill. It's quite daunting. I don't know how long this is going to take. Can I zoom this in anyway? I really should have prepared, shouldn't I, properly? Yeah, if I was zoomed in a bit more, it'd probably be better. But who cares? I'll use this one to make the mistakes that are inevitable, and then try and improve it. As we go. I normally have music on when I draw, but I've got no idea about copyright and things like that. Like if it picks it up, am I going to get a slap on the wrist and all that jazz? Yeah, I've had these pens for ages. I do quite like them, but some colour choices are bizarre. Like this is so faint, so, like you can barely see it. Like you can see some sort of marks that are being put down, but I just think, what kind of paper is this even meant to be for? Like most of the colours are really vibrant, are really good, but there's just 2 or 3 that are just, like I said, they're so faint. And this is pretty thin paper as well, so I would have thought you could have picked it up on this paper, but apparently not. I've got no idea what I'm drawing, by the way. This is just random lines. See what happens. Hope for the best. I've got no idea how to... I need to zoom in really. I don't know how you do it though. I'm going to give it a try now. Because that's bugging me. Like if I go in closer, can you see it? Yeah, even when you get in close, look, you can barely see it. Such a rubbish colour, isn't it? Can I zoom in anyway? No idea. I guess not. Oh. I guess my one viewer will have to make do. So apologies for that. As I put the phone back in the holder all squinty. That better? In fact, I'm just going to, whilst I'm doing this, I've got another drawing nearby with some pictures on it. Yeah, look. Let's grab another sketchbook for a second. Let's see if we can see any other, how the other colours look. So there you go, there's two drawings with bright colours. Yeah, even on this one, like this is meant to be orange. But it doesn't really show it. It's probably just my camera. I'm like I say, I'm using it on a phone. It's meant to be a pretty good camera, but that's all I got. We'll plough on. I didn't think about the phone's battery either. Christ knows how long that's going to last. It's getting on a bit now, my phone. He's still messing about with this thing. No, you haven't seen that. It's messy. I should have really sorted all this before I started the stream, but I didn't, so there. I'm willing to bet that I know who the first or the one and only viewer is. My friend Bobby Roode. I reckon it's him. If it is Bobby, thanks for watching. Love you. Yeah, I've done absolutely no research into live streaming. Is that you now on the thingy? Yeah, I've done absolutely no research into streaming, so I don't know the rules. I don't know if you're allowed to swear. I've seen a few streamers who use foul language, and he seems to be all right. But I've got nothing to swear about, so I'm not going to. Well, at the very least, it's an interesting experiment for me. God, it just looks like a really dull sort of grey, doesn't it? And yeah, phones aren't the best for live streaming. So anyone who does end up watching this back, I will apologise now for the absolute dog shit quality of this. But it's a laugh, innit? You got to start somewhere. I've always wanted to live stream drawings, and all I've got is a phone So that's what I'm going to use. That's what I'm going to have to use for the next however long it is I'm going to do this for. I'm drawing a bit quicker than I normally do, and it's going all right. I think because there's more space to cover, I'm trying to not spend ages on it. Like when I draw normally when I'm recording it and then speeding it up, it doesn't really matter how fast I'm doing it, but because this is real time, I feel like I've got to go a bit quicker to not be boring. Where's my little ruler? I need that. I like this paper, but when I put my fingers on it to sort of steady the page, it's quite thin, so it kind of crumples. And my hands aren't even sweaty. Like. Where is my little ruler? Where is it, viewer? Help me out. Where did I put it? That's why you shouldn't have a messy desk, because you'll lose all your stuff. Don't know where it is. Where's it gone? Where's it going? I wonder if it'll look different when I take a picture of it at the end as well. These will get better, I promise. I really do promise. Please come and watch more of my things. I've got a YouTube channel and everything. And 26 subscribers now. 26. I'll be getting that first YouTube plate in no time. No time at all. God, even me looking at it in real time, there's just no sort of brightness to this. Like I really have to go over every line because you can barely see it. I feel bad about criticising the pens as well, because Arteta, Mikel Arteta, he's been liking my drawings, he's loving them. That's why Arsenal started doing good, because he's been watching my stuff and he's like, I'm really inspired by that guy. I'm going to tell all the Arsenal team to watch it as well. That's why they're winning. Thank me, Arsenal. No, I feel bad about criticising ARTEZA because I do actually like the pens, and they have been kind enough to like my my stuff on Twitter, so I feel bad. But it's not all the pens. It's just this and a couple. Just this one and a couple of others that I don't know why you'd make a colour so faint. I just wouldn't bother. Still can't find my bastard ruler. Oh, yeah. Just drop it on the floor. Dropped it on the floor. don't know, I might not take too long filling this. Yeah, like when I'm trying to go over the pen marks a few times, it's messing up the paper. It's not too bad. I think it's 80, is it GSM? Is that your measurement for paper thickness? I think it is. I'll have you know. Yeah, this stream's just a tester, just to see how it turns out. So it's probably best to just use a bit of a naff colour to begin with. And then I can actually properly look into what I can do to change the quality of the stream. Well, if I can, like I said, I'm doing it off a phone, so probably not much. Like, I thought I'd be able to zoom in at least, but apparently not. Although I do like being able to see what I'm doing on the monitor. So if I need to move anything, that's quite good. It's quite good. Got no idea how long this stream's going to last, by the way, until I get bored. No, that's not the right attitude. I'm having loads of fun. No, I'll finish the stream when the drawing's done. That's basically it. Oh, that's something I wanted to do. I wanted to incorporate the pen ID into the drawing somehow. Because all these drawings, or this type of drawing that I do, it always looks like a structure of some sort, like an industrial plant or grimy spaceship or something. And it works quite well. I don't know why I keep talking like that, it's annoying me. Just a bit nervous. I'm not used to live streaming, even though no fucker's watching it, but still. Well, one person isn't. Thanks for watching. I filmed a load of videos before this, sort of earlier this year and last year, where I made them 10 minutes long. So they're like the videos that I do now that take about an hour. And I made them about 10 minutes long because I thought that was the best amount of time to do an art video for. And excuse me, I didn't know about the sort of music audio library that YouTube had, so I thought, well, to try and make it a bit more interesting, I'll do commentary on top of it. I'm not very good at that. I sound very rigid and boring and forcing to talk about any old shit. So I stopped that, started a new YouTube channel, but that was for other reasons. Shortened them, put a music track over it, and that's much better now. Because I'm not used to talking as well, I'm not very good at it. So sometimes I feel like I have to fill the silence, like I'm doing right now. Quite like drawing on A4 paper. I normally just use A4 paper for scribbling down ideas and rough sketches and drawings to make into a more complete drawing. I've never really used it for a proper drawing like this, but I quite like it. It's, for some reason I feel like I have to draw faster to fill the space. But I quite like it. Like I say, it's just a shame you can't really see the pen. I mean, you can see what I've drawn from what I'm looking at on the stream, but you can't really see the colour of it, which is a bit frustrating. But again, that's probably just due to the fact I'm using a phone camera. It says it's 4K and all that, but I don't know. I'm not convinced. Lying out their asses. Like even when I draw a single line, if I was to just draw it, like I'll draw a line up here, like if I was to just draw this line, like, no, that's barely showing up. I need to have more sort of darker areas instead of just lines. It looks better, in my opinion. So what would normally happen is when I draw using black pens, I'll use the thicker pens to sort of block in the bigger shapes, and then the thinner pens to add the details. But because I'm only using one pen, I can kind of do it all in a oneer. Which makes it easier. It means I can just zoom around the page and be a bit freer. I don't have to be as structured with it. Which is quite fun. I wonder if I change the light on my ring light. I don't know where the controls are there. I wonder if that would change anything. Is it back here? Will that change anything? Like if I turned it off? Ooh. Interesting. Is that better? Okay. That's like a warmer colour. White. You can kind of, is it better on or off, do you think? Probably on, if I'm being honest. As I knock whatever the hell that was off my desk. We'll leave it on. We'll leave it on. change the colour of that? It's weird now. I said I've got to go for at least an hour. How long have we going? 30 minutes. I'll probably only do an hour for this one. Just because it's just because it's my first video. Getting used to it. And this colour's just, it's not the best. It's not the best. See, like I like to draw a lot of lines close together in my drawings, but you can't really see them. Yeah, look, they're not really showing up on that. It's all good though, it's all good. We'll get through it. Like I'm always telling my little lad, and by little lad I mean my son, not my private parts. Every time you start something new, you are never going to be good at it. You are going to be shit at it. I do not use that language. I'm just making a point. But every time you start something that you've never done before, you are going to be dog shit at it. So just roll with it. Don't be upset and disappointed and annoyed that it's shit. That's the way it's supposed to be. This is supposed to be a shit stream, so have no expectations because it's the first time I'm doing it. And then hopefully the next stream I do it will be slightly less shit. And so on and so forth until we transition from the world of shit to average. And then people think, oh, this is not shit anymore. This is alright. So come everybody, embrace the shitness with me. Have a good time in a world of turd. Everyone's having a party. Everyone's having a party in a world of turd. I worked it out when I was in the shower earlier that there's 120 pens, and I thought, oh, I'll do one of these a week. That's 120 weeks, so that's 2 and a bit years. What was that, 52 weeks? If I were to do one a week, and I thought, well, that seems a bit long-winded for a series like this. So why not do, if one of these drawings only takes an hour, or a couple of hours at most, why not do 2 a day? So then that would be what? 60 weeks. That's just over a year. But that's still quite a long time to be doing this series. So why not do 2 a week? I don't know when the second day I'd do this is, but we shall try. Oh, 60 weeks, isn't it? If I do 2 a day, that's not that long. Every Sunday, that seems like the best day to do it. It could be quite interesting on the rare Saturday I go out for a knees up to do one of these hungover as well. That could be fun. Just midway through the stream, I'm just drawing. Just vomit some sort of obscene colour. Probably sell it in a museum. Interesting concept. Yes, penned and vomit. Yes, great combination. Yes. Some snobby art dealer will have that. Lap it up for £1 million. Set me up for life. That'd be amazing. Combination of Smirnoff Ice and Jaeger bombs. Although that'd be a lie. I don't drink Smirnoff Ice. It'd be cider. Cider and Jaeger bombs. Excuse me. I actually quite like this drawing. I quite like the way it's looking. I mean, what was this colour called again? pale peach. There you go. That's it. Pale. I mean, what was I expecting? An absolute beacon of colour to fly out of this pen when I put it on the paper. No, it's pale. I suspect it's not really meant to be used like this. Well, it's a pen. Use it how you want. Duncha. My one viewer's still here, clinging on to that one viewer. If it is you, Bobby, let me know. Let me know if it's you. I'd be interested. I'd be interested to know. If it's not, hello stranger. It might not be a stranger, it might actually be someone I know, I don't know. But hello to whoever you are. Feel free to say something in the chat. Watch them call me a dickhead now in the chat or something. That'd be funny. Not enough darkness in this. I mean, relative to the colour, you know what I mean. It's pale peach, so nothing's going to be dark. It's all going to be pale. Pale as shit. Although shit isn't pale. If it is, go see a doctor. I quite like drawing like this. It's not how I normally draw. Like I say, I'll have a set of different thickness to the drawings. I'll use thicker pens for outlines and bigger shapes, and then thinner pens for details. So I tend to draw a different way, but quite like this. I'm just going a bit nuts, just drawing all sorts of gear, and it's quite interesting. Oh, look at that, I've just completely ripped the paper up doing that. It's fine. It's fine. It's really I have a notification. What is this? Oh, I got gifted something. Bobby, I knew it would be you, Bobby. Why can't I find you on the app when I type your username? I do not know, Bobby. I just don't know. I don't even know what my username is on this. What is my username on this? God, I'm such a... Oh, it's exactly... I'll type it in for you now. It's this. It's that. Type that with caps. Capital J, capital B. But thanks for jumping in, Bobby. Thanks. Oh. Let me try again. I can't answer your question. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm so new to Twitch. I've got no idea how this thing works. It's just the only place I could live stream because TikTok you need 1,000 subs. I think that's it. YouTube you need all sorts of stuff. YouTube you need 1,000 subs. Is it 4,000 hours watch time? Sacrifice a child. I don't know. Just all sorts of stuff you need for YouTube, and I ain't got it. And I'm not even close either. I think I've got 8 hours of watch time. 8 whole hours. Wow. Oh, I've messed up a line there, look. It's squiggled out, look. Look at that. It's not good enough, that. It's not good enough, Jamie. It's poor. It's not good enough. Oh, the wife and child are making dinner downstairs. I can smell it and it smells awesome. It smells awesome. I mean, the more I've drawn, the more you can... I mean, at least you can see sort of what I've drawn. My phone's gone wiggly again, look. Can I straighten that a bit? Oh no, I've done it the other way like a doofus. Is it this way? I don't know. I've got two... Oh my God, I've got 2 people. There's another person, Bobby. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for tuning in to this noob's first stream. I've never streamed on here before, so forgive the naff quality. If you are not native to the UK, naff is just another word for a bit shit. Because I'm recording this off my phone. Supposedly a 4K camera, but I've been lied to. I have been lied to. And the first stream, I've got to use this pen because it's the very first one on the tin. Pale Peach it's called. And this series is me using every single pen in this old box of tricks here. I've got to use every single pen in this. 120 pens, and the first one, as you can see there, Pale Peach. So it's not the most visible colour, but they do get better, I promise. There's loads of really bright ones that are yet to come. And because it's my first stream, my first vid, and it's going to be a bit crap, may as well use the sort of not so good colours. And then save the better colours for the better streams. But I am doing them all in order, so it will be like a few pale, lighter colours to begin with. There's 2 that are worse than this pen though. What are they called? So Pale Peach is quite bad. I don't know if you can see them through there. It's these 2. Oh, they're 2 pink ones. So that's the first one up here. That's what I'm using. There's 2 pink ones down here. A187. What's that one? Bubble Bath Pink. And I can't even tell what that one underneath it. I think it's A198, which is classic pink. But if you look at the picture, I don't know if you can see it because of the glare. If you look at the swatch that I've actually put it down on paper, that classic pink, is that what it's called, is even sort of paler than the one above it. But if you look on the tin, can I pick this up on my camera? I've been an absolute gimp here. There. Bubble Bath Pink is paler than classic pink on the tin. Like, on the tin it looks quite bright, but it is not. But I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to make a drawing out of it. Maybe by then I will have a better camera to record with. We can only hope. I do plan on getting a new phone around Christmas, which has got a really good camera. Who is the other person, Bob? I don't know. I'm very excited. I kind of guessed the first person would be you, and I am very grateful for that, Bobby. But the fact that I have an unknown person watching this stream is ace, and I'm very grateful for that. How did you find me? Have you seen my work before? Did you just come here because you were searching Twitch for some stuff to watch? And it's all random. If you are one of those people and don't know about anything else I do, I have a YouTube channel, TikTok, Instagram, where I've done lots of other drawings. And hope to do loads more, but thanks for stopping in. Like I say, I can just only apologise for the poor quality of the video and this, I don't know what you would call it. It looks a bit like if you were to piss into a Victoria sponge. It's a bit of a weird colour, this. But I don't want to dump on ARTEZA. Like I said, I bought their things and they've been very kind enough to like some of my drawings. And the pens do feel really good, actually. They do feel very nice, and they've got some very nice colours, very bright colours. Like I say, this one and those two pink ones are just a bit baffling to me. Like, if you can barely, like, I'm looking at it, even, I know it's like not great on the screen, but I'm looking at it now, and pretty much every line I'm having to go over at least 2-3 times just to pick something up. So it's a bit of a strange one, but I just thought it would be an interesting thing to do. Every pen I've got, make a drawing, see what happens, see how they look, compare them all at the end, get more content out of it. You know the score, you know how it works when you're putting stuff on YouTube and Twitch. It's all about them dollars, but no one watches me, so I'm not making any dollars. And I'm in the UK, so it would be pounds. Pounds sterling. And I'm still upset that I've lost my little ruler. I've got a little plastic ruler that I hold the page down with, and I've lost it. Where's it gone, Bobby? You need to, oh, it's there, I found it. It was on the floor, because I'm a scruffy git. Just a cheap holder. I had to clean it and rub all the markings off it, because I don't really use it as a ruler. Can you see it on camera there? Because all the numbers on it were leaving black marks on the page, so I had to get rid of it. But 2 people watching my very first stream. I'd be honest, I didn't think I'd get any. I just thought we'll use this as this first stream as a bit of a dick about, a bit of a mess about, see how it goes, learning the ropes and all that business, so you can use, you know, your first pen's not going to be great. Make all your mistakes in the first one. And obviously get better as you go on, but 2 people watching, how exciting. Are you at work, Bobby? What are you doing? I am watching, mate, but I work no sound. Looking forward to the end product. Ah, figured you would be. I should have really looked up before I asked that, shouldn't I? I hope I'm entertaining you whilst you're at work, Bobby. I really do. I'd feel disappointed if I couldn't entertain you whilst you're at work. I've said that as he's just said. There's no sound. So I'm quite liking the result of what's put down at the minute. It's just a shame it doesn't look that great. I mean, you can kind of see it on, like the darker bits here, you can kind of see it it looks like a gross sort of orange colour on Twitch. It's not a bad looking colour, it's just like really faint. Like even in play, it's hard for me to see. Like when I normally draw sort of a set of lines really close together like here, but because I'm kind of just doing it once, I'm not going back over them, it's really hard to see, even as I'm looking at it. I mean, I might need glasses, who knows, but even as I'm looking at it, it's really faint. Please don't stop liking my pictures, ARTEZA. I promise I'm not being mean on purpose. I'm just saying what I think. I do like your stuff. I do like your pens. I wouldn't keep using them if I didn't. I use them on almost all of my drawings. It's just this particular pen. Well, not this particular pen. The pen actually feels quite nice. It's the colour that baffles me. Because I don't understand why it's so faint. What I should do, in fact what I'm going to start doing now, is I'm going to start darkening in some areas to try and just get more visuals in this picture. So glad the kids are off tomorrow. Because it means I can just chill out. Don't have to get up, run around, sort out all their business. Yeah, like even there, just I can't. Normally, I just be like one line, one line, one line. But look, you can't see that on the screen, or you can barely see it. So I have to keep going over it. Oh, that's what I keep forgetting. I do need to do this. I need to incorporate the number into the drawing somehow, because that's just something I wanted to do. A175. That's the wife coming and giving me instructions. Well, no, she wasn't really. She was just telling me about a towel. Typical household bullshit that needs to be said. Oh, I just got a whiff of dinner there. Oh, it smells magnificent. Oh my God, I'm so hungry. The wife and child cooking up a storm. See, what I should have done is research, I suppose, what pens are best to use on what paper, but that would require research. And who wants to research, let me tell you, not me. I like this pen, I like these books, I'm going to use these pens to draw in these books, and hopefully nothing will go wrong. More gaps I can sort of fill just to make it visually more interesting. I suppose it's a good challenge. Can you make an interesting drawing using such a pale colour? Oh. Sorry, I'm just trying to get comfortable. Oh. And I suppose from this drawing so far, using sort of more darker areas, excuse me, seems to be the way forward out with this. Because most of my drawings are mostly lines with just a few darker bits in the middle. But I'm thinking I might have to darken in a lot more areas just to try and make it a bit more interesting. Because you can't really see the lines that much. So maybe that's how we make this drawing better. We'll find out. Well, let's try it. Let's try it. See where we go. It's weird as well, because when I use these pens to fill in colour on other drawings that I've done, I'll kind of be quite careful and kind of go line, but there's a bit I can use here. So I'll kind of go line by line like this quite methodically, because you can see the sort of streak marks. But even there, that's just me passing over it once. It's like I've not filled anything in. Whereas all these other bits, I've been quite aggressive with it. But if I just do it again, maybe if I do it that way. But there you go, that's the third sort of pass, if you like, and it's taken some of the paper up. But we're just having fun, having a laugh, giving something new a try. Oh, well, it was 30 minutes last time I looked. And I did say at least an hour I'd be going for. What are we on now? 56 minutes. That's gone quite quick. Well, for me at least. It might not have gone quick for whoever's watching. But it was 30 minutes a minute ago. I'm still unhappy with this line. I don't know if you can see it. This one here. I messed it up. It's a wiggler. I don't like it. I wanted straight lines. It's out of place. Please do not interpret that as a metaphor of some description. I'm meaning that in a literal sense. Yeah, the type of highlight, well, detail, I've just abutted the camera there. The type of detail I like to do is just sort of like I've done there, just have a line up and then a couple of lines across to make it look like panels. But it's quite harder, quite a bit harder to do with this because of my never-ending complaint of the colour. But life's all about challenges in it mush. Like the smaller details, want to do the smaller shapes and filler, you can't really see it. I can a bit, but not great. And then when you try and colour it a bit more, it just ends up taking the paper up. I really, really like doing these random, I don't even know how you describe them. Like I say earlier, they look like ships or factories, things like that. I do enjoy doing them because it's just nice and relaxing. It's interesting to me at least. I also like drawing graffiti pieces. Or I'll say, what I will say, maybe not graffiti, I'm inspired a lot by graffiti and it's my favourite, or one of my favourite types of art. And I'm even hesitant to call my own work graffiti, but I have done. I posted a graffiti piece in air quotes. I posted one yesterday on Facebook. There's a couple of Facebook graffiti groups on Facebook that I'm part of. And I've only just started posting on there. I've done quite a lot of drawings of graffiti, but I only posted my second one on there yesterday because I was quite nervous about it, thinking, are they really going to think it's a graffiti piece? Is it or just some random bullshit? And I've had a few likes, I've had some nice comments, it's been lovely, but there was one person who said, they weren't mean in any way, they just said, oh, it's cool, but it's not G. I'm assuming the G means not graffiti, which made me think, is he right? Like, I didn't take offence to the comment, it was just an interesting thing to put down. It's made me think, is it graffiti? And it's made me think about doing a video on what is graffiti, because I've got books on it, lots of saved images. I follow lots of graffiti artists on social media because it's, like I say, my favourite type of art, and I am heavily inspired by it. I wouldn't say what I'm doing here is graffiti. Some people might say that it could pass as graffiti. I do hashtag graffiti into these types of drawings when I post them on social media, but that is mainly due to laziness because I just copy and paste it. But I just thought it was an interesting thing to say. It's not graffiti. Someone put a laughing emoji under it. I don't know if that was in agreement or disagreement with it, but I thought it was an interesting thing to say, and it made me think, well, what is graffiti? What could you qualify as graffiti? Like, some of the graffiti artists I follow don't do pictures that you would normally think of when you think about graffiti. So normally it would be letters, lettering, that kind of thing. But a lot of it could be just seen as random shapes. But they still post it as graffiti, and they're still recognised as graffiti. So I just thought it was an interesting thing. Oh, one of my viewers has gone. Is it Bobby or is it the random? I don't know. I shouldn't say, well, not random, just another person. They might not like what they're watching. Like I said, I do hope the quality of these get better. I wish I had a better camera. That's the only thing. I don't think I've got one. Or not one good enough to. But if you had a digital camera, I need to figure this out. I'm assuming you just hook it up to your PC, and because the digital camera is separate from your computer, like with your phone. Obviously, it's easier to do because I'm doing it through an app. So you just click on the app, say go live, and away you go. But with the digital camera, it's completely separate from your PC. I've not used the digital camera in ages, so I don't know. They've probably got things, attachments, cables, all sorts of stuff that you can hook up. But I don't know how you would have like a proper mega digital camera, and how you would hook it up and use it as a bit of streaming equipment. I don't know. I'm not very clued up when it comes to tech. And that's my child getting told off. I'm listening to quite an intense conversation between my wife and child. It's quite amusing. Right, I'm going to start thinking about where to put this number. I don't know how I was going to do it. I don't want to just write a boring A175. I'll try and... How would I do this? Like, I filled in a fair bit of space with sort of filled in colour, but it's still quite light. Haven't been doing the details as I normally would because it's not showing up that much, so I figured what's the point. Yeah, when I finish this stream I'm going to look at settings to see if there's any better way I can make this look a bit better, a bit clearer. Like I said before, probably not. It's probably just my phone's not good enough to pick it up. Or to pick it up fully. Even there, normally when I do the line details, it's not picking it up. I really should stop moaning about this. Just get on with it. This is the challenge, this is the task you set for yourself, so you've got to deal with the problems that it lays out before you. Stop being such a moaning Marple, whatever her name is. Can you imagine in the future if I get like 10 viewers, 10 whole people watching this stream that I've done? I will be mightily humbled. Well, we're past the hour mark, an hour and 8. It seems to have slowed down quite a bit. I think it's because I've been mucking about trying to fill in certain spaces. I mean, when I take a sort of step back and actually have a look at it, it does look all right. I've tried my best. What's the next colour? Oh, I've thrown my tin all the way over there. What am I doing? So next is Cantaloupe. How does that look on the paper? Slightly better. No, that looks all right. You'd be able to see that. I mean, how many have we got to go? So, how many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's about 30 odd, 30, 31 more streams to go before I get to the 2 problem colours, which are pink and pink. Yeah, I had to swatch these because they were on the paper. They're nothing like what the colour is on the tin, but of course they're not going to be either. And it's probably got something to do with the paper that I use. Like I say, it's not massively fancy paper, this, but I like using it. I like using it. Right, what I'm going to do with the number thing is I'm going to make it I'm not going to finish that. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Sorry. I thought I was going to say something clever, but I've got nothing. Got nothing for you. I don't know what I'm going to do. Cross that bridge when I get to it. Ooh, we have a second viewer again. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. I don't know if it's the same person from before or if it's a new person. If it's the same person from before, welcome back. If it's a new person, how do? Welcome to Baby's first stream, as this is my first stream, so I don't have a clue what I'm doing. I literally just pressed record and they've gone. I was going to explain to them what's going on here, but they left. Gutted. Well, at the very least, and the most important thing is I've had fun doing this, which I have. I think it's been interesting trying to get this colour down and make a drawing out of it, and I'm glad I've done it on A4. I thought I'd regret that at the start, but it's alright. I quite like the fact that it's done this way. The main reason for it is because I do all my other drawings on A5 or A6 paper, so I thought, well, I'm going to do this on A4 and it will make the stream last longer, which it has. They probably saw that person who left, they weren't in for very long, they probably saw the quality of this stream and thought, nah, get a proper camera, you scrub. That's probably what they thought, ran away. You peasant man, get a proper camera to stream. They probably didn't think that. I'm making it up, talking shit. Talking shit. Excuse me. Right, I know what I'm going to do with putting this pen ID in the picture somewhere. I'm not going to say because I can't articulate it properly because I can't talk. Oh, someone has commented on my graffiti picture on Facebook. I like these abstract styles, nothing to read. Oh well, I'd thank you. Thank you very much. Sorry, I'm just scoping my socials for a second. Nothing. I had 2 people like the post I put on Instagram about starting a stream. I wonder if it was one of those people. One of them is somebody I know. But he's probably hungover. Just thinking, because I'm an idiot, I probably should have... Oh no, I did, didn't I? I put it on the bit of paper. God, I'm a moron. Thinking, oh, I should have put the link to the stream channel. And then remembering I wrote it down on the piece of paper. What am I going to do when I've done this drawing? I am going to play some video games. That's what I'm going to do, because video games are ace, and don't let anyone tell you that they're not, because they are. Oh, I've messed up again. That's a squiggly line. I'll do that. I'll cover it up. Well, I can thank Bobby for staying in the stream. He's nice like that. He helps me out. He's probably not even watching it, but I appreciate the little one viewer person there. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Coming along quite nice. Let's get some more details on this side, shall we? Shall we? I am very, very hungry though. Not gonna lie. I am hungry. Sniffing dinner earlier hasn't helped because it smelled amazing. Well, at least you can see something on the stream. You can see that there is a drawing there. It's not just nothing. I notice a lot of my drawings do that. I'll start off quite heavy in the middle, but I'll drop off on the outside. I won't put as much detail in. Did you brush your teeth, child? Did you brush those gnashes? Sorry, that's just what my wife's asking my kid. My child, did you brush your teeth or did you not brush your teeth? Because if you didn't, your mouth is going to smell like bums. Nobody wants that. Nobody. I actually like how this has turned out. I'm actually looking forward to doing an extreme with a colour that you can see. I hope ARTEZA don't. Someone from ARTEZA watches and think, you know what? All he's done is just moan about this pen. If our pens are so rubbish, why don't you use another pen? They're not rubbish pens. They are very good pens. They have served me well. I wouldn't keep using them if I didn't think they were good. I think they are excellent pens. They feel very good. But like I said earlier, just when I was swatching them, I thought, oh, just to get the use out of them, because there's so many colours, I'll use all of the colours. This was one of those colours that I had never used. But I'm glad I'm using it. It actually does feel nice to draw with. It actually feels good to get some scribbles down. But it's just not showing up very well. Like I said, it's probably my camera more than anything. Ouch. Don't whistle, it's annoying. Let's add some details down here, shall we? Oh, now my daughter is back and she is complaining. That never happens. She's always so chill, like always. Nah, she's ace. I'm just messing. She is upset about something. Something has upset her. I think it's because she can't watch YouTube. Because every time she sticks it on, I know this isn't the most interesting talking point, but every time she leaves it on, it always... you could stick it on My Little Pony and it will just always end up at Five Nights at Freddy. Every single time. Just leave it. And there's some kids playing Five Nights at Freddy. Reacting way harder than I believe that they really feel. Oh my god! Because that's what they're doing it for entertainment. And they make millions. Hashtag not jealous at all. But no, I couldn't make videos like that. It'd drive me insane. But then again, I am way too old to be acting like a prat over some Freddy's videos. Whatever it's called, Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Frederick's. Come here, come to Freddy's house, it's amazing. It's a horror game as well, so I am assuming that name is inspired by a certain Mr. Krueger. We're getting quite close to the end, I think. And then I can go and get a packet of crisps or something. Most of my reward system is around food. Oh, if I do this thing, I can have a cream egg. Because that's how exciting my life is. What chores in life do I have to do to earn cream eggs? That's how everyone functions, right? I'm pretty sure I've seen that poll. 99% of people would prefer to be paid in cream eggs. That's not a lie. That's true, isn't it? No, child, you will not be telling Daddy. No, you will not. I refuse to hear your plea. But Daddy, my hand got caught in the blender. Streaming. You're going to have to just deal with it, son. That didn't really happen. That is not happening. Please do not report me for neglect. My child's hand is not currently stuck in a blender. I can assure you of that. Still need to find a place to put this number. And I mean this number, because I'm going to incorporate into the drawing. I've just completely missed the lens of the camera there, like an idiot. Can you see it? Oh, there you go. A1 set that thing. I know my hand looks disgusting. Deal with it, it's fine. It's a pretty good looking drawing, I think. All things said, and if I don't say so myself. If I want to hold up a minute, can you actually see anything? Yes, it's all right. It's just... Oh, an hour and a half stream. Wonderful. Excuse me, why do I keep burping? haven't really eaten anything today. I was going to watch Tenet later because it's just been put on Amazon Prime, but I don't know if I can be bothered. I do like a Christopher Nolan film, but I'm not sure I'm in the mood for it. I was watching Predator yesterday, and it's still amazing. It bleeds with good. Yes, Arnold, you can. You don't kill that Predator. I need to watch the new one, Prey. I haven't seen that yet. It's meant to be good. I haven't watched the one before it either. What's it called? The Predator. And it's meant to be awful. Which was a surprise considering Shane Black directed it. But I haven't seen it, so I will not judge until I have. The newest one I watched was Predators, which I liked. Saw it at the cinema. People hate on it, but I think it's good. Not amazing, but it's good. I think Predator 2 is very underrated. I think it's very good. And the original is just a masterpiece. Right, I need to fill in some space. Over on the sides. On the side. Where's your keys? On the side. What side? Right, the number's going to go here. Yeah, I'll do it like that. I might change the way I incorporate this into the drawing in the future, but this is how it's been done for now. need to find out if I can listen to music whilst I'm doing this, but I don't know if I'll get hammered for copyright if it picks it up in the background. I don't know. That happened before. I streamed a couple of years ago, well, longer than that now, a few years ago on Facebook. I streamed a drawing, and it picked up the songs, and I got done for copyright. I say done, I didn't go to prison or anything, but it was just one of those computer says no things. Like, no, can't have it. Not allowed. Right, let's start adding some more detail down at the bottom here. Here. I wonder how you get more views and stuff on YouTube and TikTok and things. I suppose you just keep posting, don't you? Just keep going, see what happens. Consistency is the key. Consistency the key. How's that looking? I shouldn't have put the line through the number. That looks guff. I shouldn't have done that. It's looking alright though, but there's a... Can I fill a bit more space in down here perhaps? I need to do that more often. I like running cables from one part to another, like one block of shapes to another. That's one of those things that's influenced by game design. So I really like 2D sort of platformers and Metroidvanias, and I love the level design. So games like Axiom Verge, that's probably visually one of the main sort of influences. Cyber Shadow is another one. There's a game, I found out about a game today which has got me very excited. I don't know how long it's been around, called The Messenger, which looks incredible, and it's meant to be amazing as well, so I can't wait to get my hands on that. Owlboy is one that I've been looking at getting for ages, because it's one of the prettiest games ever. Not played it, but it just looks amazing. I'd say the best looking game I've ever played, if I'm just talking about art style visually, is probably Axiom Verge is up there, but Ori and the Blind Forest and Ori and the Will of the Wisps are just so pretty. And it doesn't harm them that they are two of the best games I've ever played as well. They're sensational games, the pair of them. Wisps is better though, just saying. I mean, they're both, 9/10 out of 10 games, so I'm not going to grumble too much about which one's better, because they're both awesome. Shovel Knight's another one. In fact, there is one I've missed out in terms of how pretty it is. It's an older one, but it is still one of the best looking games I've ever played. I remember seeing it for the first time when I got it back in 1994. was when I first saw it. You can probably guess what it is already. Donkey Kong Country. Again, amazing. And beautiful. It's weird, I've seen other live streamers and they've always got people asking them questions and stuff in the chat, but no one's in my chat apart from Bobby, but he's working, so, and he can't hear me. I think this one's coming to an end. I'm getting a little bit lazy with some of the lines now. Not quite sure how to fill it. I think, what are we on? A minute 43. Yeah, that's how long it's taken. An hour 43. Just fill in some more details on this side, I think. Yeah, like I said, the sort of smaller details, the smaller shapes I do within the gaps and stuff, they're not showing up quite right, so I've not done them as much. Like I said, on the darker colours and on the brighter colours, I'll do more of that because you'll see it. But yeah, like even there, like I'm just trying to get some shapes in, but you can't really see them. But I think I'm going to leave that there. Oh, I'll sign it as well, I guess. There you go. My baby's first stream. Cheers, Bobby, for sticking around, and thank you to the other two people who came in. I've got no idea who you were, but I hope for the brief time you were here, you enjoyed what you saw. But until next time, thank you very much. Catch you later.